Hi everybody, thank you so much for choosing my channel. Today I'm going to have a little bit more fun with the particular reading. It's not for any of you viewers out there, but I've chosen to do a tarot reading about Oprah Winfrey. Now, she is a public figure, and I don't know her personally, so any of this is totally my opinion, my interpretation, nothing to do with her, not spoken to her, don't know her. It is for fun, it is for entertainment only. It is not for actual information. There's no actual information here apart from her date of birth, which is the 29th of January 1954, which makes an Aquarius, and also in the Chinese horoscope, zodiac, it makes her a water snake, hence the snake in the thumbnail. So, let's see what's going on with Oprah, in my opinion. What do my cards say about her? I'm using 2 different tarot decks and 4 different, well, actually 5 different cards, because she had an extra card come out. 5 cards from 4 different oracle decks. So, let's get on with it. Oprah Aquarius. Well, what I know about Aquarians, they like to live life on their own terms. They make their own rules. They're very wily, they're very intelligent, and very intuitive. Can be a bit dreamy, a little bit out there in space. But yeah. So, what have we got for Oprah here? Now, these are 2 tarot decks. One's the Alchemy of England, and one is the Starman. That's the deck commissioned by David Bowie. I can't remember the name of the artist. But let's start with this first card here. It's 10 of Swords. And then we have the Emperor. Well, so far so good. Oprah Winfrey is releasing a whole shed load of mental burdens right now. Mental burdens she's been carrying probably for many years, or at least a year or 2 at the minimum. Not necessarily her own burdens, not all of them, some of them are. She may be carrying burdens for other people as well. So it's time to release. It's the end of a cycle, it's the end of a burdensome cycle of mental anguish, perhaps. So clarity and truth is coming back into her life, and she embodies the power of the Emperor. She's a female, she's standing very much in her masculine power, standing in the power of the Emperor. It's the number 4 in the Major Arcana. It is a very steady person. She has a lot of self-confidence, self-worth, self-control, self-esteem. She embodies all the kings of the Tarot. So very much a masculine power is Oprah Winfrey. We all have masculine, feminine within us. She is predominantly masculine energy. She's very decisive, very communicative, but we all know that from her shows, her interviews, and so on. She likes to communicate, likes to talk to people, likes to let them know that she's in control. Empress wearing some purple. There's a little bit of spirituality sprinkled in here. There's some Sri Yantra here. Spirituality, keys of life. She knows quite a bit about spirituality. And then we have the Three of Swords. And we have Temperance. Yeah, she's contemplating. She's trying to make a decision. She's trying to weigh something up that needs weighing up in her life. So she's weighing up the situation, a particular situation she is involved in. And she's considering the pros and the cons, and she's also trying to bring balance into her communications. There's communications with people that are not on her level, that the conversations aren't smooth. There could be a little bit of discord in the conversations, but she's trying to smooth that all out. And she's trying to call a truce with these particular people that are around her. Perhaps trying to give her conflicting advice or whatever, even though the Emperor doesn't need advice from other people. The Emperor has it all within. They follow their own advice, especially an Aquarian Emperor. They will follow their own advice, their own wisdom, their own knowledge, lessons learned, and so on. But she is choosing, considering, weighing up a situation that involves some communication with others, which is not going too smoothly, but she's trying to smooth things over. Again, more weighing up here with the Two of Pentacles. It's a bit of a merry-go-round here when it comes to the weighing up of stuff. It's also the Nine of Pentacles here. She is pretty close to her material prosperity. She's very connected to her material prosperity. She nurtures her material prosperity. She is very much in tune on how to increase that material prosperity, how to make the financials grow, and how to make it all stable and secure so it doesn't run through her fingers. She has a lot of resources when it comes to material matters. But as I said, she is weighing there's something weighing on her mind that she needs to balance out. So could be a spiritual thing as well as a financial, or it could be a combination of both. She is an air sign, so she's very good at communicating anyway. So here we have, if I can pick it up, strength. Yeah, she has a lot of inner strength. But she does propel that out into the public domain, and she shows her inner strength. She lets people know about her inner strength, and she lets people know that she's the Emperor. She has no qualms. She is self-confident. She believes in herself. She has a lot of self-respect, self-acceptance. She's been through a lot of shadow work, I would have thought, over the years. And she's kind of emerging with some renewed inner strength right now. She's having a blossoming of inner strength, a renewal, and what have we got here? The Two of Swords. Wow, more decisions. But with this time, she doesn't have all the facts and all the details, or the figures or the numbers or whatever she needs, and it does refer to her own strength. So she's trying to bring balance within. She's trying to strengthen her balance, bringing balance into her own strength, into her personal strength, trying to control her strength, trying to use that strength to further her progress. There's a staircase there, staircase to ascension, the staircase to spiritual enlightenment here. Connection to the divine. She's in split minds whether she believes in the divine or whether she just believes in her own inner strength. Of course, the things are connected. We are made in the image of the divine. So, but she's a little bit grappling. She may be grappling with her beliefs a little bit. Tiny bit. Because there are certain things she doesn't know and they're hidden from her. And there's a reason when things are hidden from us, because it all happens in divine timing. We cannot hurry divine timing. We cannot hurry the results that the divine brings us. So she's in a bit of a waiting period and waiting to ascend these steps, and there's lots of steps as well, so she's not sure which one of these to choose. Normally that's the Two of Wands that denote the two paths that are open to you. She's got two paths open to her. She's got two staircases open to her, staircases to ascension. Connection to her higher self. That's what she's seeking right now. She's trying to strengthen her higher self, trying to find it, trying to define it within herself. And she would love to go on these staircases of enlightenment and higher consciousness, but there's a waiting period indicated here for her. She has to go through some preliminary work. She has to work on her strengths, and she has to make some important decisions. So, depending on the outcome of her decisions, which of course will, she is the outcome. She's responsible for the outcome, and she will take responsibility. She will have to take responsibility, and yeah. She won't be able to blame anyone else for the outcome of her decisions that she's going to make right now in the present and in the near future. So she has to make these decisions very carefully. Two interesting cards come out for her here. Should have been just the one card, but they landed on the table with the pre-shuffle. So she's obviously a creator, but we already know that she's very creative. She has lots of projects. She has had lots of success with her projects in life. She has a direct line to source to give her inspiration, to keep her positive and optimistic, and keep those creative juices flowing. She has a lot of imagination. She's very inventive. She's very motivated and usually very enthusiastic about her ideas. Gets very excited. The tear, the tear, the heart. It's about her heart. There's a tear in her heart. There's a tear going to fall in her heart. Something to do with her intuition as well, a connection to the divine via her third eye. And I mean, it could be a health problem, but it may not be. There's an emerald there, and there's a little bit of gold sparkle there. So she needs to work on the heart chakra, balancing the heart chakra. Very important. Emeralds and gold. Something she could wear to help her balance her heart chakra, because she carries a big tear in her heart chakra. That's all I'm hearing from the divine here. I'm not hearing any better explanations. Right. Trust in magic. Okay, I'm sure she trusts in magic. She trusts in her own magic. She trusts in her intuition. She trusts in her confidence. She has done a lot of shadow work. And she has used a lot of magic to do this shadow work. She's a bit of a practitioner of magic by the looks of it here. And the raven is one of her totem animals. So she totally trusts in magic. She trusts her own. Every magic is different. Everybody's magic is different and individual. She trusts very much in her own magic that comes up in her mind, that is produced by her mind, and that is put into, that is manifested by her mind. She enjoys her abundance. Abundance keeps coming in. She obviously has made some very clever investments. There's a lot of balance in her abundance. She's made some very good investments. She's has a balanced portfolio, let's say. I'm not talking about just properties, but on the whole, she has a very balanced portfolio, and she's very happy about the investments she has made, and she is very much enjoys the fruits of her labor, of her mental labor. She is not a physical worker, I don't think, even though I can imagine her doing some sort of physical work as long as it's enjoyable, but she may do some sports or something. But normally her work is mental based, intellectual. So yeah, she has made some very good investments. So I think she may be retired now, or consider herself retired, or not bothered whether she works or not, unless she has someone to interview like Meghan Markle. But we're not going to mention that again. So, what does she see in the mirror? What does she see in her black mirror when she looks into the black mirror? Maybe when she gets up in the morning. Your mirror might not be black. It might be an ordinary mirror, but she may have a black mirror somewhere. She may do some scrying. Aquarians are very suited to scrying in their magic, with their magic. So she may have a black mirror for scrying. What does she see in the black mirror? She sees the black flower fragrance. Okay. I'm going to have a quick look in the book here. I'll be back in a sec. So I've had a quick look in the book that goes with this deck, which is called the Dark Mirror. And this is someone who embraces her darkness, who wears the black flower fragrance with pride, and is not afraid to show her true self to the world. Now you may say, well, recently there's been things coming to the surface and she's not showing her true face. There's all surprising stuff is coming out about her. But I don't think she's ever hidden. She has been in the media, being photographed with dubious figures, celebrities and so on, and she's never shied back from her beliefs. So this is the proverbial middle finger to the world. I'm happy looking at my darkness. I'm not afraid of doing my shadow work. I do it. I do my magic. I communicate with who I want to, with, basically do what I want. As I said in the beginning, Aquarians live to their own drum beat. They walk to the beat of their own drum. They have their own ideas, they have their own world that they live in. And hers at the moment, her world is quite balanced. She's happy to embrace the dark, but she's also happy to embrace the light when it's available, when it's needed. Her abundance partly comes from the light. So let's say in a professional capacity she lives in the light. She's got nothing to hide. She's made some good investments. She's a billionaire, and why not? She worked her way up from humble beginnings, not as humble as we always thought, but, humble enough. So she wears that black flower fragrance with pride and is not bothered what other people think about her. So looking at this reading, I don't think we found out a lot that we didn't know already. I was a little bit surprised by the tear in her heart. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I may draw another card to reference that. I'm going to go for the Osho Zen. Give that a bit shuffle. Can we have some clarity on the tear in Oprah's heart? Okay. So it is flipped. It's flipped out. We are the world. It's the number 10. It's the end of a cycle. This is the end of... the world is the end of the major arcana in the normal tarot, but this Senosha is a little bit different. But it's the end of a cycle, a new beginning. So she is beginning a new life cycle, new chapter right now. She's starting something new, or she's trying something again that she's tried before. And she's trying that with a tear in her heart. She has that drive to embrace the world. The world is her home. Well, with Aquarians, actually space is their home. But yeah, the world will do. I think we'll get one more card, this time from the Starman Tarot. This one was sticking out. The Prince of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. David Bowie himself. Bringing a wand. Now, the wands are about fire. They're about optimism, positivity, creativity, inspiration, imagination, motivation. I think what's happening is she wants to be more creative and she wants to influence the world. But there's a tear in her heart. That is something that's unresolved, and it will stay unresolved. But she's trying to solve it with more creativity. She's trying to solve it by embracing the world. Her fame is worldwide already, so she's already achieved the world fame. Tear, we can also read that as a tear. And there's that piece of gold there, but that doesn't make a blind bit of difference. It's supposed to be a healing aspect with the emerald. Something to do with her intuition as well. So there is something very unresolved with Oprah Winfrey. And it has to do with her heart. And I think that's all I can say about this. Because it is obviously something very personal and she doesn't want anyone to know. She wants nobody to know what that is. Why that tear is in her heart. She's the only one who knows. Well, there may be some confidants that she has let in there, but I don't know. But she certainly doesn't want the world to know what that is. And there we have it. The story continues. That's all I can say. Oof. Interesting. As I said, a lot of things we already gleaned from her public life. And it's no surprise to me that she's depicted as the emperor, stands in the masculine power. That I think that's the feeling that a lot of people get from her. She stands in a she is not exactly an ultra-feminine person, is she? She's too decisive. I don't know. A little bit closed. Could be something to do with a tear in her heart. The closing off that she can't throw off. She wants to open, but she can't. There we have it. Well, I certainly, well, I didn't really have any expectations from this reading. Of course, I never do. I never expect anything from the readings. I'll just read them, interpret the cards as well as I can. Please hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. One of my other videos. Until then, take very good care, collective out there. Bye-bye.